Hi guys, I apologize if you hear any music or my sister singing like through the walls. So yeah, I apologize for that. Yeah, it has really been a while since I made a video or even made a video in which I really talk. But today I wanted to talk about me getting my first tattoo. I literally got my tattoo 2 days ago. But as I was saying, I got my tattoo like literally 2 days ago. And I was planning on basically vlogging the whole day because I was gonna go to a couple stores and then have lunch with my friends and my mom. But the lunch was so good that I totally forgot to film it. And yeah, basically the only store we really went to was like Zara, and yeah, that's basically it. Because I had my appointment at 3 in the afternoon, and the lunch took way longer than we expected it to take. So yeah, I only really have footage of me getting the actual tattoo, and my friend filmed it, but she couldn't really come too close to me because that was not allowed. So yeah. What else did I want to say? Oh, well, after you've seen all the footage, I'll come back here and explain how it was, how the whole experience was overall, and in terms of pain, how much it hurt, and maybe some little advice about, you know, if you want to get a tattoo, what should you do? What are certain things that you need to do before you actually get one? All that kind of stuff. Oh, and I'll also insert some, you know, close-up clips of the actual tattoo because I can show you right now, but you know, I'm like really far away, and if I get closer then it's, yeah, a bit useless. But anyway, it says, "Everything you can imagine is real." It is a quote by Pablo Picasso. I chose it because of several reasons, but I won't bore you with that. I'll tell that all after the footage. So see you later. Hi guys! I am beyond excited because I am getting my first tattoo today, and I've waited for this day for like 5 years or something, because I wanted this back when I was like 15, and now I'm 20. So time goes fast, and I'm gonna do it in Amsterdam. I'm going with my mom and my best friend, and first we're gonna visit some stores and then have lunch, and after that I'm getting my tattoo, and I'm so excited. Like, I never count down the days for something, but I literally counted down the days for this. So I'll take you with me on this day trip, whatever, and I'll see you in a few hours. Bye. It's like straight from a book. Actually interesting.
I have no idea. I didn't ask him.
How happy are you?
I'm fucking happy.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
Can I
10. Okay, hi, I am back. The advice part. Of course, you don't have to wait that long if you actually want to get your first tattoo, but I do think that you should really consider your first tattoo, or any tattoo for that matter, for, you know, a certain amount of time. Like, what if you get a certain idea and you've maybe thought like 2 weeks about it, and after that you actually regret that idea? So that's not something you want at all. I have always had the same idea, so the idea when I was 15 is still the same when I it was still the same when I turned 20, and it has really never changed. I didn't really want to alter anything about it, so I think that's pretty good. And now that I have it, I keep looking at it and I'm like, oh damn, it's really supposed to be there. Like, I feel like I already felt complete as a person, but now that I have this on my arm, it kind of all clicks together for some reason. It's really hard to explain. I mean, I've had this idea for 5 years, and now that I finally actually have it there, yeah, it's a feeling that I can't really describe, but it's a happy feeling, it's a positive feeling. So yeah, my advice would be, whether you get your first, your second, or any tattoo, just make sure that you really think it through, really think about it for a certain amount of time. Don't rush anything. And it's also important that when you do go to an artist, stick with your own original idea. Sometimes you can have certain tattoo artists that are really creative, and they might want to add something, or maybe have another idea. Maybe you could place it here or there, or that may be a better spot because it hurts less. If you have a certain idea and you've had it for a certain amount of time, just stick with that idea. Don't let anyone tell you anything otherwise, because you might regret it in the end. So stick with your own idea. That's like my advice. In terms of pain, how much did it hurt? Also, because it's a pain that I've never felt before, it was my first. I do have to tell that when he started at this point. So he started from the bottom and he went to the top. And the last letter, the L, is closest to the skin that covers my wrist. So when he started here, I was like, oh, okay, that doesn't feel nice at all. And I felt the needle really vibrating, so the vibrations from the needle actually sent through my skin, and that actually made it feel worse. But once he went up with his needle and kind of got into, well, to the middle of my arm, the pain was, yeah, pretty much close to nothing. And I also discovered that if I looked at him actually tattooing me, the pain would be less because I could see what he was doing. I don't know if this advice works for everyone, but if you do get tattooed, just look at the tattoo artist and just look at what happens, because then you can really see where the needle is going. And if you don't look, you don't know what's going to happen, and you might feel a certain surge of pain. The overall experience, it was a really good experience. I had already looked up the website and really, you know, did my research on what artists were there. I also recommend doing that if you get your first tattoo. Really look up the shop. Is it clean there? Look at client reviews. Are there really good reviews? Are there bad reviews? And if there are bad reviews, why are they bad? Yeah, just really do your research well. When I finally did find the good website. I was like, okay, I think I want to go here. And what I basically did, I set an appointment and I paid 50 euros before the actual appointment took place, because, you know, that's how they know that you're not, well, basically fucking with them. Everything was set, it was all done. And now follows a really funny story, because the shop that I went to is actually really close to Amsterdam Central Station. And me, my mom, and my friend went back to Central Station after we had our lunch. And then at Central Station, we would take the bus, and the bus would literally have to, you know, drive for 1 minute, and after 1 minute we would have to go out and then walk for a few meters, and then we would already be there. So my appointment was at 3 in the afternoon, and it was like 10 minutes before 3, so I was like, oh, we might actually not make it on time. So, you know, I called the shop to say, well, we might be 5 minutes later, and they were all, oh yeah, that's fine, no problem. And I was like, okay, I was really relieved. So we went in the bus, and I didn't really pay too much attention to where we were going. We already had to get out on the first stop, but suddenly I saw, you know, a highway, and we went into a tunnel, and I was like, wait, I think that we just passed our stop. And we did. So we went out on the second stop, and then we had to wait again for a bus to take us back to the first stop. And then we walked the wrong way, had to walk back again, and by the time we were actually there, it was like 3:30 already. But I think that's kind of my story. And now I'll insert a few clips of the close-up. I do really want to give a shout out to the guy who tattooed me, because his eye for detail is absolutely insane. It's so clean, like there are really, you know, thin lines on here, and the way that he handled that is like so insane. It's really insane. And I'm really happy with it, because I'm a perfectionist and I like really clean, crisp lines, and to actually have that on here is actually insane. The last part of the video, what does my tattoo actually mean? I already told you guys that I found, well, my idea when I was 15 years old. It's because I think I saw an image on Tumblr with the exact quote on a picture, and it really spoke to me on certain levels. And first I'll tell the obvious reason. The most obvious reason is more, I think, a motivational reason, because it doesn't matter what you imagine, you can turn it into a reality for yourself. So, well, with other words, it's basically saying, you know, never give up on a certain view that you have. If you are sure of your imagination, then, you know, you can turn it into something that's actually real. And then I have a part that's a bit more complicated, and I hope you guys can follow it, because I've explained it to several people, and some people understood it, you know, after 2 minutes, and some people were like, what? I don't get what you're saying. Okay, so I'll start with a really simple example. You know, you guys are watching this, and you probably have certain kinds of thoughts while you're looking at this video, or you might have, you know, certain thoughts throughout the day. What if I would be actually looking you right in the eye, and I would say that your thoughts that you're thinking are not real, because I can't actually feel your thoughts, like I can't see your thoughts. They're not like a brush or a phone that everyone can see and feel. It's an illusion for some people, because it's not something they can see, so it's not real. But I actually don't believe in that. I believe that what everyone thinks and all their ideas are actually a real thing. Like, you can't touch it, you can see it, but that doesn't mean that it's not a real thing. I hope that you can understand what I mean with this. So everything you can imagine is real. It's just me believing that whatever you think of is a reality. It belongs to this world. It's not an illusion. It's not something outside of this world or whatever. It's here. It's real. So I hope that's a bit understandable. But I've been, you know, spending a lot of time on my own when I was in puberty. I was really fascinated with reality and fantasy, and what is exactly the line between what's real and what isn't real. Yeah, it's really something that's always kept me interested. I didn't really get it for the motivational one, but for the other meaning, and well, it's nice that it has two meanings. I hope that you like this video. If there's anything you want to ask me, feel free to leave a message, or, you know, look me up on Instagram or whatever social media. I will gladly answer your questions. And I think that's it for this video. So, bye!